Into fourth gear on lap 4 of the Ride Show. It's made in Japan. It's a Japanese engineering company that puts together fine vehicles and likes to do it in style. Responsible for the rotary engine, this time around they've come up with a people hauler. It's the 2010 Mazda CX-9 Grand Touring all-wheel drive.
Our ride today is the 2010 Mazda CX-9. The Mazda CX-7 and CX-9 went under the surgeon's knife and got a little bit of a facelift, and that facelift is absolutely great, giving the vehicle much more presence on the road. No longer do you have to compromise in size, you actually get the size you want for the money you want and the power you want all in one package. It's the Zoom Zoom SUV of a generation, and with that third row, we'll find out how spacious the interior is. So Nancy, now we've got the hood open of the 2010 Mazda CX-9. What am I looking at?
So Nick, what we have here is we have a 3.7-liter V6 DOHC engine producing 273 horsepower and 250 pound-foot of torque.
Now I know for a V6 this has great power. Whether I'm the only person in the vehicle or have it fully laden when I get out on the freeway, and the acceleration is the same. I can get great acceleration if it's just me and great acceleration if I have a whole car full of people. And what about the transmission? So
Nick, what we have is the transmission is really unique. It's a Aisin-inspired 6-speed automatic transmission, sport tune, with a manual mode as standard equipment. So what that means is you get enthusiastic acceleration, but yet quiet cruising.
And I love the cruising in this vehicle. I can actually hold a conversation with my passengers while I'm cruising at full speed down the freeway. All right, Nancy, tell me about the exterior of the 2010 Mazda CX-9.
Nick, I love the styling of this car. It is smooth, but yet has that Mazda sporty feel. Up front here we have a new grille, kind of the signature look, but it's a 5-point honeycomb grille. We have some new fog lights, and this is the Grand Touring Edition, so this vehicle comes standard with 20-inch wheels.
Now, once we get back to the mirrors, there's a cool piece of technology embedded right in the mirrors, isn't there?
There is. It's a system called blind spot monitoring. I love this. So that means that once the driver accelerates past 20 miles per hour, it monitors both sides of the vehicle and the rear. So if someone gets into your turn lane or in a lane next to you, it'll send you an alert. If you put your turn signal on to get into that lane, it'll send you another alert, and it will make a noise in the car to alert you that the vehicle's there.
Now, the overall styling of this vehicle, it's fairly smooth. There's no angles, there's no corners. It's very bubble-like, isn't it?
It is, and you know, one thing that's new for this year when they did the redesign is the mirrors. These are larger but more aerodynamic mirrors.
And of course, the turn signal embedded right in there. You get to the back of the vehicle, it's also very smooth. A nice vehicle. It looks good on the road, and in its class is one of the best shaped vehicles, I think, but a lot of the technology we're going to look at is on the interior. All right, Nancy, I'm in the driver's seat, and it's already a great vehicle on the inside. I know that a lot of people call this one of the best interiors for 2009, 2010. But getting in here is kind of exciting, isn't it? New door handle?
New door handle. So for 2010, they redesigned the keyless entry system and the keyless start system.
So you can actually get in the vehicle by pressing the rubber button on the inside. Now, once I'm in here, steering wheel seems to have a lot of technology embedded in it.
You're loaded with driver's controls on the steering wheel. You have Bluetooth audio, voice commands as well. Everything in this car is really geared towards the driver. Everything that you see, the driver is going to use, and it's easy to see.
And there's not a lot of technology that's wasted in here. In fact, every piece of technology that can be used has been used, but it's not really gimmicky at all. You actually get your Bluetooth, your voice command, your audio systems right here on the steering wheel. Now get the HVAC controls. They're large and in charge, aren't they?
Yes, Nick, they're easy to use, just like the navigation system. You have a 4.3-inch LCD screen in this car. It's a very intuitive system. Some other things I really like in this car is the double lid center console for ease. And also, you have so much room in this car. You have 3-row seating, 60-40 split in the second row and 50-50 in the third.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if you actually have a bunch of people to haul around, this is great. You can also put those back seats down and get some cargo area to haul stuff. Now, along with the wood trim and the well-designed interior of the technology and the room, this is definitely one of my favorites interiors for 2010.
It is, and Edmunds.com even said that this is one of the nicest interiors in this class.
Here on the Wise to Buy, the 2010 Mazda CX-9. You get the sports car feel, you get the roominess of an SUV, and the capabilities of an off-road vehicle. You don't have to compromise in what you spend to get the size and capabilities of a vehicle. And finally, for 15 in the city and 21 on the highway, the gas mileage doesn't eat a hole in your pocket.
The 2010 Mazda CX-9 Grand Touring all-wheel drive has a 3.7-litre V6 engine. It's a 6-speed sports automatic transmission transmission with manual shift, and the base price $34,045. If you jump into our Studio One, you'll find it costs $41,535. In the city, it's 16 miles a gallon. Out on the highway, you'll get 22.